Hey Tripsters, today we are in Beijing and we are having Chinese barbecue, also known as shuar or xiaokao. So Chinese barbecue is something that a lot of people do on the weekends with their friends. You come out and you get yourself a beer and you get some meat. We have yangwo char, which is like a lamb skewer. We have that here. Whoa, look at them. So we're gonna eat this. We also have some oysters because Yvonne really loves oysters. And we also have some chicken wings, and we have this giant eggplant here that looks absolutely amazing. So we're gonna dig in and we're gonna actually describe all these things to you as we're eating them.
Getting started. And I'm gonna start with those oysters because they look so good. And I love them. And they look delicious. And the oyster is at the bottom, of course, and then they put glass noodles on them on top. You see those here, a few, and then on top of that, well, I can smell it, is a lot of garlic, and I see some pieces of red pepper, so I hope it won't be too spicy. At the bottom here I see all the juices that came free when they were barbecuing it, so I'm gonna, whoa, and there you go. See, oh, it's gonna be such a mess. Oh, super fresh. Flavor of the oyster is not overpowering. Neither is the garlic. It is a really nice combination. And then the juices. It's a little salty because I think of the garlic and the salt. But it's super soft. Absolutely delicious.
Alright, so one of the things that everybody gets is the yangro char, which is like lamb meat, mutton on a skewer. As you can see, I have a very big skewer, and this is kind of the core of Chinese barbecue. They put a lot of spices on it. They put the 5 spices, the Chinese 5 spices, which is actually like chili powder and cumin and fennel and a few other spices. I don't know all 5 of them, but it's called Chinese 5 spices. And you know, this is popular everywhere you go in China. Everywhere we've been, you can get this type of meat, this type of barbecue. So I've had this plenty of times and I love it, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat it again because I love it. Don't lose your teeth.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. This one's not too spicy. Depends on where you go and which area you go to. They might put it too much spices on it sometimes, and then it gets just really spicy. This one's been lightly seasoned, so you really get the flavor of the mutton, which I'm usually not a fan of, but on barbecue I do like it. So you can see all the spices right here, and it just really gives it a lot of flavor, especially that spicy flavor mixed with the juices from the mutton. Gives it a really delicious barbecue flavor. Very different than the meat that you would get in like the United States. When we do barbecues in the United States, you kind of think of burgers or steaks. This is very different, but I think I like it more than barbecues in the United States because it's just so good.
I've got the eggplant in front of me, and I have to say, I love barbecued eggplant. I was never really a fan of aubergine before I came to China, but when I first moved to China, in that town that I live, Shaoxing, there was a night market where I would get aubergine all the time, or eggplant, and it was so good. This one also full with pieces of garlic, and then I see all the red spice, red pepper. If you look real closely, you see all the cumin that they put on there, and then I think also green peppers, and it smells so good. It smells so good, and just it just comes out the skin. It's so nicely done. It's super soft. Like, this is not anything I've ever had like in the Netherlands. We do a lot of barbecues in summer there too, but not a full eggplant just like this. A little bit strong on the garlic, I'd say. Don't eat this if you're
on a date.
Yeah, don't eat this if you're right before your date or on a date, because Yeah. As you can actually see, most of the things that we got are all vegetables, and we didn't get that much meat. We just got the tuar and the oysters. Because here, I got some mushroom as well. They also have the same spices, and actually that's kind of what I like about the Chinese barbecue, that you also have a lot of veggie options. So if you're a vegetarian and you're coming to China and having barbecue, you definitely don't have to miss out. And these mushrooms, kind of like shiitake mushrooms, have the same spices and are pretty tasty. Another popular thing to get for your Chinese barbecue is this garlic grass, jiu tai. Yeah, and it's always a little bit of a trick on how to eat it, so I'm gonna get my chopsticks, get some off, and try it. A bit more chewy. They're also called Chinese chives, but nonetheless, quite tasty.
Like Yvonne said, there's a lot of options for vegetables. So this is actually tudo, or potato, and it's been put on the grill and a lot of spices on it. It's pretty tasty, I hope. I've had it in the past and it's usually pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a bite.
不好吃。
不好吃.
It's
it's not bad. It feels like it could have been cooked longer, to be honest. It feels a little undercooked, because usually I like them to be a little bit crispier, like a little bit more like, this one just feels like the spices are overpowering and the potato's not really coming through as anything. It's just kind of like spices on a slightly crunchy chip. But you know, you can't win them all. But this is barbecue, right? Sometimes you get some good ones, sometimes you don't. I also have some chicken wings, some good old classic chicken wings with spices on it, because I like chicken wings, and I thought, why not throw a chicken wing on the grill? I mean, I didn't throw it on the grill, but that why not? This is nice. The skin is crispy. That's how you like it. It's crispy, and it has a lot of flavoring from the seasoning.
And if you want to cleanse your palate, there is obviously beer, also lots of other drinks. I got a beer, especially nice in the summer night. And now I'm ready for my tuar. Miguel already had it. He said it was really good. Well, I would say it's good, but I have to disagree with Miguel, because I don't think it's okay, but I've had better. It's a little bit on the chewy side, I believe, and a little bit fatty. Instead of washing it away, No, a little bit chewy, I'd say, but the flavoring on the tuar is pretty good, actually. Not too spicy. Most of the places let you actually choose if you want it like super spicy, no, not spicy, or medium spicy, and we went with medium spicy.
Alright, so I'm gonna try my oyster also. Like Yvonne said, it has garlic on it, and it has like these little noodles. I'm not a big fan of oysters, to be honest. Yvonne really likes them, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the shell, if it's possible. Whoa, it's a bit of a mess, but here we go. And so I got it. I'm gonna go ahead and bite it. Whew. Ooh, that garlic is overpowering. Oh. Ooh, no kisses for you tonight, Yvonne. Oh.
Don't worry, I had one too.
Wow. They're good, but a lot of garlic. Ooh, too much for me. I didn't even taste the oyster. Woohoo. Woohoo.
This was a Chinese barbecue meal. We really like it, and we eat it a lot. If you want to see us eat something that we never tried before, check out this video, because in that video we eat crawfish.